Hi, I'm Dr. Janine Myers, and I own Orchards Pet Hospital in Lewiston, Idaho, and we take care of dogs and cats primarily. I think a couple of the most important things with obesity in cats is do not try to get them to lose weight too fast. Do not put them on a starvation diet because you're going to ask for more health problems. You need to try to keep them from being too fat.
My cat's name is Theodore. Theodore came from the great outdoors. I don't consider Theodore to be an obese cat. I know that he's plump, cuddly, but he doesn't seem obese to me. And, I don't think of him as fat.
My cat's name is Pumpkin. Pumpkin was left on our doorstep when she was, I think she had to have been a couple weeks old. But she was a big cat when she was still a baby, when she was young. So it's not like she was little and she got big. She's always been a bigger cat, big boned. She's definitely not average. The thing about Pumpkin is she's fat, but she's not a real big cat. She's an average sized cat. This cat we had next door was just long and really thick and fat.
My cat's name is Sherlock.
Sherlock we didn't have from a kitten. We got him when he was, what, like 1 or 2?
Yeah.
He was at an animal shelter, and we got him there, and he was already neutered when we got him.
And he was actually skinny then.
Was he actually skinny then?
Yeah, because before they found him up in Sand Point, at this beach, and he was left there, and he was all skinny.
Well, he might have been pretty big before that though too.
Well, yeah, but
and then once he got back to
yeah. I think he kind of does need to lose weight because he's fat, and he just is fat, so he needs to lose weight.
I estimate that Theodore and Maxwell eat about 3 or 4 times a day.
We feed her twice a day, which is what the pet store and the veterinarian said to be a typical. We have a bowl that's on the floor in our pantry, and every morning, every night she gets fed.
And we just put out a bowl and fill it with cat food, so if they're hungry, they can eat it.
We will sometimes sneak our cat a little bit of meat, like if my dad's cutting up, making a turkey or
prime rib,
something like that. He'll give the cats just a little teeny bit, but not a whole plate full.
There are a whole lot of pet foods on the market.
I don't believe there will be any detrimental effects because of his size, mainly because when we have taken him to the vet, he never mentions any diet program or problems at all.
Foods that people tend to give their cats for treat, I think the 2 biggest ones are milk and tuna fish.
I just don't feel any concern for his weight problem. You know what I mean? He's just like he's supposed to be. He gets fairly good food, lots of protein.
Why I say that Pumpkin is fat is because she has problems curling up into a ball. And you usually see cats that can curl up into a ball. Pumpkin can't curl up into a ball because her body won't let her. I figure we love her the way she is, so she can stay fat.
Just like with people, the obesity can contribute to shortened lifespan. More fat around the heart, like I said, not being able to get around as much, more joint pain.
I'm not sure if owners are always necessary to blame for cats' obesity, because just like I would assume in humans, it's been found that weight is to some degree hereditary. But in many cases, cats are often spoiled by their owners and given way too much to eat.
Everybody who comes in the door says, geez, that cat sure is fat. I mean, so maybe he's dealing with some psychological problems that I don't know about, but he's, you know, he doesn't seem to be suffering.
Sherlock gets picked on a lot by my cat, who is would fit the archetype of a normal, healthy feline. So I'm not sure if maybe his obesity is like similar to maybe like human grade school picking on the fat kid or the fat cat in this case, sort of thing. I just think it's kind of funny.
I find it hard to comment on how Theodore thinks about himself, his self-image, or whether he has low self-esteem because he's fat, or whether he can't hang out with the popular cats because he's a fat cat. It's very hard for me to humanize Theodore. He's a nice cat, but he's a cat.
Pumpkin's very unmotivated and seems like she's very unsure of herself to go outside. She tends to find herself on the couch a lot. I think she's really has some self-esteem problems. Pumpkin is more enjoyable to be around because she will lay around with you when you want to sit down and pet her, and she's more sociable in like the setting inside the house, where our other cat, Princess, is very independent. She likes to be outside. She doesn't like to be petted, and she doesn't really like the human interaction.
Like my grandma's got a cat. I mean, it's just a big ball of fur, you know, and first you think it's really hairy and it's really fat. You know, it's just nasty and it wheezy.
No, it wasn't the fattest cat I've ever seen before, but it was quite fat. I would say obese, fat, very fat.
Can't breathe, you know, and it gets on your chest and sleeping, and it wakes itself up because you know, it's messed up like that, you know.
I try and get them to play outside. We buy him toys all the time, like just to get him to play around the house, but he just doesn't have any energy. He'll play for a little bit and then he'll just like lay down and watch the other kittens play.
It's like a big ball, round, looks like a watermelon with little, but furrier.
It made me feel very sad, and I was like, how could you get so fat, cat? I was very upset, and I was going to take it out for a run and spank its bum.
Yeah, like a furry watermelon.
And then Super Chunk, she's just a kitten, and maybe she was just born fat.
A fat as in PH fat? Like I've seen some fat cats. You know, they got the shades, they've got the gold necklaces, the cane, you know. Or do you mean fat as in with the F?
I actually would like to see the government step in and begin removing obese cats from their families. So I think it's an atrocity. It's horrible.
I think we need to make some changes, because if we don't, we will continue to be plagued by feline obesity.